assistants, parents, relatives, friends, and honored guests. Rocky View County Reeve, Mr. Sunny Samra, Rocky View School Trustee, Ms. Sarah Roth, Rocky View Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Ryan Reed, Principal of Horseshoe Crossing High School, Mr. Jordan Fenton, and Assistant Principal, Ms. Marie Cumberland.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 2026 commencement ceremonies for Horseshoe Crossing High School. I am Amy.
And I am Shahana.
And we will be your mistresses of ceremonies for this evening's event. In consideration of 12 years of work, on behalf of the grads, we ask that at this time, cell phones be turned off. We would also like to let you know that all photography near the stage will be taken care of by Life Touch. So while the graduates are crossing, we ask you to remain seated. These professional photos will be provided to families.
To begin our proceedings today, please welcome Horseshoe Crossing graduating student Ty McKinstry for our Rocky View Schools land acknowledgement.
Rocky View Schools would like to, Jesus Christ. Rocky View Schools would like to acknowledge the land and recognize all the indigenous peoples whose footprints have marked these lands from time immemorial. Together we can learn and honor the ways of knowing of indigenous peoples for all future generations.
Thank you, Ty. We now call upon Ms. Bailey for the singing of O Canada. If you are able, please rise and remove your hats. Thank you, Ms. Bailey. Today is an exciting day where our Horseshoe Crossing graduating class of 2026 can reflect and celebrate the accomplishments of getting to this point in their educational journey.
Prior to the presenting of diplomas, we have the honor of hearing from the dignitaries in attendance. Although unable to attend this evening, our Member of Parliament, Mr. David Bext, and our Member of the Legislative Assembly, Ms. Chantel de Jong, send their regrets and extend their congratulations to the graduating class of 2026. They have graciously provided certificates for our graduates, which will be presented as students exit the stage this evening.
To begin our greetings to the graduates, we invite Ms. Sarah Roth, Rocky View Schools trustee, to the stage to share a message. Ms. Roth is a passionate advocate for public education and a strong supporter of student success, well-being, and community engagement across Rocky View schools. Her commitment to ensuring that every student feels supported, challenged, and inspired is evident in the work she does both within our schools and throughout the broader community. We are grateful for her leadership, encouragement, and ongoing dedication to education. Please join me in warmly welcoming Ms. Sarah Roth.
Thank you for, I don't know which one of these to use. Here, let's use this one. Thank you for the very warm welcome. Good evening, graduates, families, staff, and members of the community. For those that don't know me, my name is Sarah Roth, and I'm a trustee with Rocky View School Board. Tonight, I am also speaking as a member of the community, which makes this moment especially meaningful. Tonight, we celebrate something historic, the first graduating class of Horseshoe Crossing. That might not sound like a big deal until you remember this school opened 2 years ago, which means you didn't just attend a high school, you helped figure it out. You were the students whose schedules were tested, traditions were invented for, and assemblies were timed by. There was no back in the day here yet, because you are the back in the day. And someday soon, younger students will be following traditions you helped start, whether they realize it or not. In small towns, schools are more than buildings. They're where connections are made across generations, where teachers often know families just as well as their students, and where successes are celebrated by entire communities. You've grown up being known, not just by name, but by character, and that's something special. You didn't reach this milestone alone. Families, thank you for taking a leap of faith at a brand new school, for supporting your students, and for showing up, because in a small town, showing up matters. And to the staff, thank you for building a school culture from the ground up while teaching, mentoring, coaching, and sometimes doing a bit of everything. On behalf of the board, we are incredibly grateful. Graduates, wherever you go next, know this: you will always be the first. You, the first class to graduate from this school. Future groups of students will look back and say, they started this, good or bad. And wherever you go next, remember, you now carry both a diploma and a legacy you helped create. As someone who calls Langdon home, I can tell you, we are proud of you. You carry this community with you, and its values will stay wherever life leads you. Congratulations, class of 2006. You didn't just graduate, you made history.
Thank you, Trustee Roth. Next, it's my pleasure to introduce the Reeve of Rocky View County, Mr. Sunny Samra. As Reeve, Mr. Samra provides leadership and guidance for one of the fastest growing municipal regions in Alberta, working to support strong communities, responsible growth, and meaningful partnerships throughout Rocky View County. A dedicated public servant and advocate for community collaboration, Mr. Samra is committed to ensuring that families, students, and residents have opportunities to thrive. His leadership and support of public education and community initiatives continue to strengthen the connection between Rocky View County and the schools it serves. Please join me in warmly welcoming Reeve Sunny Samra. He sends his regrets for not being here.
Our next guest knows firsthand exactly what it means to walk the halls of an RVS school because nearly 30 years ago, he was a Rocky View High School student himself. From student to teacher, the school principal, and now to the system leader, his journey has truly come a full circle. He stands before our graduates tonight as a powerful example of where a Rocky View education can take you. Please welcome a leader who always puts students first, our Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Ryan Reed.
I'll go with the tall one. Most importantly, I'm here after that, so it might peak with that, though. So hello, graduates, families, friends, and dignitaries. It's a pleasure to be here representing Rocky View Schools as superintendent. Graduates, what a celebration this is. You've worked hard to be here. and you deserve to enjoy this moment. Congratulations. As I reflected on today's occasion, I was reminded of my time as an administrator helping to open the last new high school in Rocky View. You don't fully appreciate the traditions and supports found in most school communities until they're not yet quite in place. The journey each of you has taken over the past 2 years has taught you lessons you may not have learned in a more established setting. Flexibility, resilience, open-mindedness, and problem solving are just some of the skills I remember relying on during that time, and I'm certain you have as well. The relationships and bonds formed through that experience are something that I still carry with me today, and I'm sure you will as well. Your willingness to step into the unknown has led to something truly special. You're the first graduating class in Horseshoe Crossing High School's history. It's an incredible accomplishment. Congratulations. As you reflect on your K-12 journey, I encourage you to take a moment to thank those who supported you along the way. One of the strengths of a smaller community is that it truly embodies the saying, "It takes a village." The roots you have in Langdon, Indus, and the surrounding area are something to treasure. Whether it was a bus driver, a coach, an elementary teacher, or a custodian, each person played an important role in helping you reach this milestone. Be sure to show your appreciation. That gratitude also extends to your parents and guardians who've supported you through all the ups and downs of growing up. They've provided rides, meals, encouragements, and a listening ear when you needed it the most. To all the parents and guardians here today, thank you for everything you've done. To the staff at Horseshoe Crossing, thank you for the countless hours you've dedicated to building a strong school culture. Opening a new school is no small task, and your commitment has made a lasting difference in the lives of these students. Graduates, I'll leave you with one final thought. More than ever, we need young people who are ready to step beyond the comfort of their high school hallways and become positive, contributing members of society. Have the courage to engage in your communities as you navigate adult life. Carry the mantle passed on to you with both strength and humility. As someone who comes from a small town, I encourage you to never forget where you came from. Be proud of your rural roots and the perspective shaped by growing up alongside classmates you may have known for 13 years or more. On behalf of Rocky View Schools, congratulations on this achievement. We're incredibly proud of you and honored to have been part of your journey. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Reed. At this time, we would like to welcome our principal, Mr. Fenton, to the stage. He played a key role in bringing this school to life and preparing it for opening. Consistently guided by a belief in putting students first and creating the best possible environment for their success. Join me in inviting him to the stage to share his message with the inaugural graduating class of Horseshoe Crossing High School.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, honored guests, and our graduating class of 2026. It's my pleasure to be here and representing our staff on this very first graduation here at Horseshoe Crossing. It's been a little while since I made a graduation speech, and I was thinking back to the last time. One of my assistant principals came into the office at the end of the day and asked me what I was doing, and I told her that I was writing my speech. To which she surprisingly said, "You realize it's in 2 hours?" And I said, "Well, yes, but the speech started writing itself when the students came into the building 3 years ago." And that's true with this group today. I did get it done a little earlier. It was before noon. My speech is about you and what you've meant to our school, and that's the most important piece. First, let me say that it's great to see you all here on time-ish, and that everybody was here and ready to walk through. So it's awesome. It's not quite the same as what we witness every morning as you're coming through off of buses, out of cars, and off of scooters and bicycles and everything else. I know that you were just expecting to sit here until your name was called, but I'm going to ask a little audience participation out of each of you. So how many of you started in kindergarten at either Indus, Langdon, or Sarah Thompson? The vast majority of you. How many of you joined us just in the last 2 years in this new building? Yeah, a few of you. So that means the others were somewhere in between. The first time that I met the majority of you was during your grade 10 year at Chestermere High, and at that time I shared with you that the original part of Chestermere High was built for your grandparents' era, and the newer part to Chestermere High was built for your parents, and that this new building was being built for you. So congratulations on being the first graduating class at Horseshoe Crossing. I also challenged you in that first meeting, and I've repeated it many times since, that what you put into your high school years is what you'll get out. Suggesting that the more involved that you became, the more that you would receive, and involved you became. Some of you were involved in the naming of this school, and the majority of you had a say in what our school mascot became, home of the Broncos. You were involved in everything from the original school tours and community open house and the eventual grand opening. You helped to create the first sports teams, robotics team, school clubs, and away from our building, you have found ways to represent our school in many ways. From being on sports courts, playing fields, rodeo arenas, along with attending leadership conferences and teaching younger students in our neighboring schools. You have become involved for sure. You helped to organize and even build new items as they arrived to our school in that first year, and you've even been patient and waited on back-ordered items to arrive. In fact, we were waiting on the last section of the stage until today. Fortunately, Sarah Thompson generously offered up some pieces of theirs, so here we are. Some of you who started with Sarah Thompson will be literally supported by them once again in a full circle moment here at the end of your school years. Tonight is one of those special times, special rites of passage, a night where your family and school community come together to celebrate the culmination of 13 years of formal education. You earned this right. No one gave it to you. But there are many who supported you on this journey. This is a time to be both proud of what you've accomplished and thankful to those who gave selflessly of themselves to help you get here. Many showed belief in you even when your own belief might have been shaken. They supported you during many challenges, and the best of them didn't take those challenges away. They simply helped you to build the skills to face them in that moment and into the future. Your class has been through a lot in the last 13 years. Whether it was together in the local schools or apart, there are considerable shared history that you all have together. You may not remember Sydney's golden goal since you were only turning 2 at the time, but you've never known a world without smartphones, selfies, or Netflix. I don't know whether that's a good thing. Your school years were interrupted in the middle by a global pandemic where you, your teachers, and everyone were forced to becoming experts on Zoom. And how many of you said, "You're on mute"? Your teen years have been filled with Snapchat, consumed by TikTok, and overtaken by AI. Interestingly, in the year that you were born, there was a presentation making the rounds called Shift Happens. It explained that we would be preparing your generation for jobs and technologies that didn't yet exist, to solve problems that we didn't even know were problems yet. Here we are, with many of you embarking on post-secondary opportunities in fields that are brand new, and with all of you relying on technologies that will continue to evolve with you throughout your careers. In a few moments, you will be crossing the stage to mark this significant milestone. It will be shared that some of you will be going on to post-secondary studies, some will be directly entering the world of work, and some may be taking a gap year. I'm told that that last one was invented by millennials to mean that parents can keep paying the bill. Wherever your paths may lead, we are proud of you. And we're proud to have played a part here at Horseshoe Crossing and happy that you are able to blaze a trail as the first graduating class. I would like to leave you with some words that my grandfather shared with me many years ago on a similar evening. He said that when it comes to education, you have to remember that you always have it with you, no one can take it from you, and it isn't heavy to carry, so you should always add to it. And I will close with a favorite line from Cody Johnson's song that is fitting for tonight. If you get a chance, take it. Take it while you get a chance. If you've got a dream, chase it, because a dream won't chase you back. Chase your dreams and take your chances, class of 2026.
Thank you, Mr. Fenton. It is now my honor to invite to the stage Mr. Stovka, a teacher selected by the grads to share a message with the class of 2026. A favorite of many, he's taught them since 8th grade onwards. Please welcome Mr. Stovka.
Which one should I use? Thank you, Ryan. Mr. Fenton, when he made the comment that just in a few minutes the grads will be walking the stage, I think he was poking fun at how long my speech is, because it's longer than a few minutes. And some of the grads, when they found out there was 6 pages, they just kind of rolled their eyes until they found out it's 16-inch font, which I need so I can actually read the words on the page. Good evening, family, friends, staff members, dignitaries, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2026. It's hard to hear yourself say that. It's an honor to be standing before you tonight. Many of you I've taught since junior high, grade 8, 9, and over the years I've worked very hard in class to keep your attention. A lot of slightly ridiculous stories, maybe a handful of few catchphrases that most of you have probably heard more times than you care to admit. Normally when I start a lesson with, I have a story to tell, many of you start looking at your clocks right away, waiting for the class to end. But tonight you actually invited me to speak. So either you've matured tremendously over the years, I'd like to think you've developed a genuine appreciation for my wisdom, or there was a severe clerical error. Either way, I'm truly honored to be here. For most of you, I've had a front row seat to one of the greatest transformations known to humanity. The journey from awkward junior high student to somewhat functional young adult. When you arrived in junior high, many of you were still mastering important life skills, like opening a locker, sending an email with an actual subject line, and walking down the hallway without stopping right in the middle holding up traffic. But then, your biggest concerns were who was sitting beside you in class, whether your Chromebook was charged, and whether a hoodie could somehow count as formal attire. And as the years went on, I watched you mature. Slowly, some slower than others, but slowly, I watched students who couldn't sit still for 10 minutes become leaders in class. I watched shy students find their voice. I watched friendships form, challenges overcome, and confidence grow. And I also watched some of you continue asking, even until grade 12, is this for marks? But as a parent of a graduating senior myself, I know your families are incredibly proud of you tonight. Along with that pride comes something even stronger, relief. Absolute, overwhelming relief. You made it. Parents, you've survived forgotten lunches, late night assignment panic, mysterious teenage grunts that somehow count as communication, and the terrifying moment Power School updated grades in real time. Tonight, you've earned this celebration too. And the graduates, while your parents probably tonight are quite emotional, maybe a little bit vulnerable, be a good time to hit them up for some extra cash later. But as the other dignitaries have pointed out, tonight we celebrate something incredible. It's first. You are the first graduating class in the history of Horseshoe Crossing High School, and that is something special. You are the first students to walk these halls, the first to test whether the Wi-Fi in the school actually worked, the first to survive the parking lot, the first to figure out the best hiding spots in school, which some of you had nailed, so you gotta let me know, the first to create traditions where none have existed before. Future students will tell stories about the class of 2026. They may say things like, they were the first to always put their cell phones away the moment a teacher asked. Which, yeah, the teachers are laughing at that one, which would be remarkable and completely unsupported by evidence. They'll hear how your class survived Dairy Queen, McDonald's, emergency Tim Hortons runs, and whatever snacks were crushed at the bottom of your backpacks in September. Honestly, resilience like that should be a diploma requirement. One of the things I'll remember the most isn't a single event or an accomplishment. It's the thousands of ordinary moments that happened along the way. Conversations that started before class even happened. The debates that somehow lasted longer than the class itself, and the days when everyone showed up tired, but still showed up. The moments when a class completely derailed, which may have happened often in my class, because someone asked a question that had absolutely nothing to do with the time or the topic we were talking about. But those are what the things that ended up to be the best conversations. I'll remember the excuses that we had too. Some were creative, some were very impressive, and some would have benefited greatly from a second draft. Over the years, I've learned if a student ever begins a sentence with, okay, so here's what happened, there's about a 50% chance I'm about to hear a story that become a Netflix documentary. But what stands out the most in my mind is how much you guys have grown. I've watched students who are unable to answer questions become confident enough to lead conversations. I watched students who doubted themselves discover what they were capable of. I watched you support each other through challenges, celebrate each other's successes, and become a class that genuinely cared about one another. Those moments don't appear on transcripts, but they're the moments that matter the most, because they're the ones who helped shape you who you are today. And that's what really tonight is all about. Not just celebrating what you've achieved, celebrating who you've become. Because the first isn't always easy. Thinking about all the firsts in your life. First day of kindergarten. Many of you cried. Many of you were probably eating glue. Your first school dance, where everybody stood in the corner, waiting for somebody to ask you to dance, but you were very excited when it actually happened. Your first driving lesson, terrifying for you, probably your parents, and a few innocent curbs along the way that you hit. Think about your first job, where you learned two important lessons. Waking up early is terrible, and the competitive wages means that you can barely afford to put gas in your vehicle. The truth is, firsts are rarely perfect. The first pancake you make is always weird. The first draft is always rough. The first attempt usually involves confusion, panic, and someone saying, well, that could have gone better. The school wasn't perfect at first. You weren't perfect at first, none of us were. But together, you built traditions where none existed. You created school spirit from scratch. You turned a brand new building into a real community, and that's what matters. Years from now, future students will walk these halls and see your class grad photo hanging on the wall. They'll hear about the first teams, the first performances, the first students to stumble walking up the stairs, and the first pranks that teachers still complain about. You are the foundation of this school. And while tonight celebrates your past, it points towards your future, which will be even more firsts. Your first apartment, your first career, first moment of genuine excitement, because when you go to the grocery store, paper towels are on sale. That's when you know adulthood has officially arrived. Some of your firsts will be amazing. Some will be difficult. Some will be messy. I guarantee you're going to fail at things. You'll change your mind a few million times. You'll take wrong turns. But remember this: every successful person was once a beginner. Every expert was once awkward. Every achievement starts with someone brave enough to be first. And this graduating class proved you can do exactly that. So my last advice I'll give to the class of 2026: be bold enough to try new things. Be confident enough to fail, and brave enough to try again. Be willing to take the first step, even when you don't know exactly where it leads, because the people who change the world are usually the ones who go first. Congratulations to the first graduating class of Horseshoe Crossing. You started something unforgettable. Now go make history, everyone.
Thank you, Mr. Stovecup. The valedictorian has the honor of giving a speech at the graduation ceremony that shares the common memories, the realities of graduation, and the future aspirations of the class of 2026. This graduand is an HCHS Bronco who strives for academic excellence while contributing to a positive school and community culture. To introduce our valedictorian, we would like to welcome Mr. Kang to the stage.
Grade 12s, I am so incredibly proud of you. I just want to start off by saying that in some ways I feel like one of the luckiest teachers here, because I've had the incredible privilege of seeing these young women and young men go through their entire high school career. And being in a school that only started 2 years ago, that's not many teachers at the school. Well, I met a lot of these young men and women 3 years ago at Chestermere High School when they were in grade 10. And it has been such a privilege and an honor to see them grow up. And I'm getting kind of emotional up here right now because to be honest, they're gonna have a special place in my heart, I think, forever. Because these past 3 years have been such a phase of uncertainty and challenge, especially starting in this new school. And just as you guys felt that nervousness going into a new high school for the first time and not knowing what it was gonna be like, I felt a lot of those things as well. And I just wanna say to you guys that I'm so proud of you guys for establishing such incredible traditions and legacies. And like all the speakers have said before me, all the people who come through these hallways, the thousands of people who will graduate in this high school after you guys will be looking at you as the role models, as the people that came before, the predecessors that laid the foundation for this school. I also feel like I kind of have the most fun job today because I get to kind of just like rave about one of my favorite students. So back at Chestermere, this is 3 years ago, I was teaching English. I'm an English teacher. And I started the year and it was English 10. This is in the South Hallway in Chestermere High School. Some of you guys may know sort of what I'm talking about here. It's kind of like a dungeon down there. And, it's kind of like I'm starting a new job at a new school, right? It was my first year there. It was the 1 year that I taught there. And I was nervous, right? It's a new school for me. And I remember coming in, seeing these bright young faces. And there was this, this class there. And there was this one young man who was fairly quiet, right? Fairly reserved, pretty shy. You could tell he had a very sort of gentle soul, and he was an incredibly compassionate, kind young man. But he was very shy. He didn't really talk a whole lot. He didn't speak out a whole lot in class. And so my first impression as a teacher is, well, he seems like a great kid, But a lot of the times for me, the students that I end up getting to know really, really well are the outgoing ones, the ones that'll talk in class, the ones that'll stay after class to chat. And so I kind of figured, oh, maybe this is, a bright young man that maybe I won't ever have a super close connection with. Boy, was I wrong. This young fella has had one of the most incredible drives for excellence that I've seen in anybody. And I'll tell you what, teaching English, you write a lot of essays, right? And this kid probably ended up rewriting each of his essays, I'd say about 5 times, until he got it absolutely perfect. And I'll tell you what, he got there absolutely perfect every single time. Because it's not super common to find a student who has that kind of desire to make himself better, who has the courage to go up to a teacher and say, hey, Mr. Kang, I think I did pretty good here, but what could I do even better next time? And then not only to ask, but then to apply and to actually make his essay and make his assignments better. I mean, it takes a really special somebody to be able to do that and to be consistent with it and actually follow through. I say this about this fellow because he is somebody where I know that him coming up on this stage to talk to all of you guys, this is going to be one of his greatest, most difficult things that he can do. And yet I know that he's such an incredible young man that he's going to be able to do it, and he's going to do such a great job with it. There were a lot of incredible candidates for valedictorian here. The reason I know that he was chosen is because he is such a compassionate, such a kind, such a wonderful young man, and such a great representative of the class of 2026. I'd like to invite to the stage the valedictorian for this year, Michael Roberts.
Hello, everyone. This is the first time I've spoken to this many people, so if it appears like I'm nervous at any point, it's because I am. Despite that, I'm up here because of everyone who has supported me throughout my life. The school staff who have dealt with my constant questions, my friends and family who have put up with my nervousness and helped build up my confidence, and all of my peers who helped along the way. For a long while, I had worried that I'd be out of place wherever I went, and moving here has taught me otherwise. There's been uncertainty over the years, especially with the transitions from one school to another. Being in a school this new comes with challenges like limited option classes, fewer extracurriculars, and no established traditions. Despite that, the people around me adapted, taking online classes for courses that weren't offered, or changing their future goals and finding opportunities that they were still satisfied with. We get to be known as the first graduating class, with pictures displayed and plaques hung up around the school, and we get to be the first to establish and implement traditions like shirt signing or senior skip day. Through these challenges, something that has remained constant is the connection between everyone. When I moved to Langdon in grade 8, I expected to feel like an outsider, but instead I was welcomed by a community of kind and supportive people. This environment, built through many years of friendship, has helped so many of us connect and improve and has been fundamental to my own growth as well. I've been shown that success does not require perfection or being born with naturally high confidence or intelligence. In the past, I struggled greatly with academics and confidence, but I still work to develop these skills. I almost never understood a lesson the first time it was taught, but I'd ask teachers for help, even if it meant losing lunch to have them reteach it. I'd practice presentations at home, though I'd freeze up during class anyway. Even now, I study hard, despite still not knowing exactly what in life I'm working towards. I speak during presentations, even if it means crying in the bathroom afterwards. Perseverance doesn't have to be perfect or impressive in the moment to be effective. It could be retaking a class you failed, submitting an unfinished project you were too busy to work on, or stuttering your way through a presentation. To persevere, I relied heavily on encouragement from teachers and friends, and because of their support, I've grown. I know exactly where I falter because people cared enough to tell me, and I had the confidence to continue because I knew that they wanted me to succeed. I learned that my nervous pacing is distracting, and that fiddling with my hands makes me seem unconfident. I learned that I can't just stare at the paper while ignoring the audience, and that I can't zone out, where my voice becomes too monotone to keep any interest. It does suck a little, putting so much effort into something only to realize how much more there is to improve, but I didn't give up because of all of you. Classmates who have been so quick to make friends with me, even though they had known each other for years. Now, because of that, I'm up here, wiggling my toes to stay still. Sure, it took over 4 years, with occasional setbacks on the way, but all my failures in presentations and all the advice I received have led me to where I am now. A lot of my ability to endure came from the support I received here, and I'll always be grateful for that. I've been able to improve this much, and I know all of us have the same potential. I hope that in the future, we all continue to find those who will support us in whatever comes next. People struggle in different ways, but growth comes from moving forward and continuing to work hard despite it. You fail, you fret, you falter, but you get back up.
So proud of you. You did so well. Yeah, let's go. Thanks.
Thank you, Michael. At this time, we would like to recognize and honor each of our graduates individually. As your name is called, Mr. Fenton will present you with your Horseshoe Crossing High School Certificate of Commencement. Upon stepping off the stage, you will also receive a commemorative horseshoe, a timeless symbol of strength, perseverance, and good fortune. Just as the horseshoe represents the journey ahead and the paths yet to be discovered, this keepsake class serves as a lasting reminder of the legacy this class has built as the very first to leave their mark on our school.
Horseshoe Crossing High School recognizes graduates' academic achievement. To achieve honors, a student must have an average of 80% or above. This is represented by a double cord worn over the graduate's stole. To receive honorable mention, graduates must have earned an average of 75 to 79.9%. This is represented by a single cord. We congratulate these students for their commitment to excellence.
Ms. Markin and Ms. Christie will be announcing our graduates today. We would ask that you hold your applause until after the grad is introduced. As stated earlier, we ask that you do not approach the stage to take pictures as we have LifeTouch taking professional photos. Waiting for you to first.
Yeah. Something to be said for our first time doing this. Okay, ready? All right. Owen Eris, graduating with honors. Owen plans to go for his personal training degree at Mount Royal University. He would like to thank his supportive, hardworking parents and his loving sisters for staying by his side. He would also like to thank his friends and teachers for making school bearable. Chloe Balachi. Chloe's passion for horses has led her to continue her journey at Olds College, pursuing equine reproduction and a future in the equine industry. Grateful for the past 3 years that have been both memorable and shaping, she appreciates every step that has led her here and thanks her family, friends, and teachers for their constant support. Braden Beaver. Braden plans to work after high school. He appreciates all the help and respect that everyone gave him at school over the years. He will never forget the time you all spent together. He wants to say a special thank you to Miss Hart, Miss Carson, Miss Cumberland, Miss Hoffman, Mr. Buell, Miss Fraser, and Miss Hagel. Braylon Becker, graduating with honors. Braylon plans to take a gap year to play hockey and gain some work experience. He would like to thank his parents and sisters for supporting him through all his ups and downs. Danica Bennett, graduating with honors. Danica plans to become a finishing carpenter and would like to thank her family for the opportunity and the people who made the last 4 years of high school truly memorable. Carter Berry. Carter plans to take a gap year to focus on soccer before pursuing post-secondary studies in business and film while continuing to compete at the collegiate level. Keaton Bertolanek, graduating with honorable mention. Keaton plans to take a gap year to explore his future options and will always remember the experiences and friendships he made along the way. He wants to thank his teachers and his parents for their support over all these years. Thomas Binns. Thomas plans to go to SAIT for either heavy-duty mechanics or non-destructive testing. Alexander Bishop, graduating with honorable mention. Alex's future plans are to attend the University of Saskatchewan for a Bachelor's of Science in Agriculture. He would like to thank his teachers, family, and friends for an amazing 12 years of school. Camden Blanchard. Camden plans to work as a sprinkler system installer for a year, then attend Red Deer Polytechnic for sprinkler system installation. He would like to thank his family and friends for pushing him to be successful through all 12 years of schooling, as well as he would like to thank his teachers and all the staff at Horseshoe Crossing for making this all possible.
Lexi Blizzard, graduating with honors. Lexi plans to further her education in the medical field, pursuing respiratory therapy and a career dedicated to patient care. Lachlan Boyd. Lachlan is going to SAIT to learn electrical and see where that takes him. He will always remember skipping out on the bigger tests due to COVID and the teachers' strike. Ella Brockman, graduating with honors. Ella is attending UBC Okanagan to get a Bachelor's of Science in Nursing. Owen Brown. Owen plans to obtain his realtor's license and begin building his career. He also wants to explore and travel the world, experiencing new places and cultures. Along the way, he's excited to see what else he can achieve. Andrew Buick. Andrew plans to become an electrician after graduation. He would like to say thank you to his parents for every sacrifice and for believing in him even when he didn't believe in himself. I hope I've made you proud. Tarnveer Batar, graduating with honors. Tarnveer plans to pursue a bachelor's degree in engineering at the University of Calgary. Tarnveer thanks her family for supporting her through school and driving her to be the best person she can be. Jake Calvary, graduating with honors. Jake plans to attend SAIT to be an architectural technologist. He thanks his family for being so supportive and his friends for the great times he'll never forget. Olivia Carnahan, graduating with honors. Olivia plans to get a chemistry degree at Mount Royal University. Olivia thanks her family and friends for supporting her throughout her 12 years of schooling. Finn Casimir. Finn plans to attend SAIT for Civil Engineering Tech. Finn wants to thank his parents and friends for helping him get through his high school years. Larissa Chapman, graduating with honors. Larissa plans to take the year off, focusing on hard work and spending time with her family and friends, and planning the next stage of her life. She would like to thank her friends, family, and teachers for their meaningful support and encouragement throughout her years at school, and looks forward to exploring what life has to offer.
Macy Clark. Macy is pursuing an education in welding. She would like to thank all the teachers that helped and supported her. Ashlyn Cole, graduating with honors. Ashlyn plans on attending U of A for anthropology and pursuing forensic anthropology. Brady Connolly, graduating with honors. Brady is attending the University of Alberta to get his Bachelor's of Science in Engineering. Vaughn Cooper. Vaughn would like to thank his parents for helping push him to graduate. Vaughn is taking a year to work a regular job before he goes into the Iron Workers Union. Cade Caroy, graduating with honors. Cade plans to get his private pilot's license next year. Afterwards, Cade plans to study and live in Eastern Europe and to eventually pursue a military career in aviation-related roles. Cade is thankful for his parents' support and looks forward to a summer trip to Hungary, Romania, and Russia with his dad. Annabella Couture, graduating with honors. Annabella is planning to get an education degree to teach elementary school, but her main goal is to have a family. She's been really thankful for her big family and how faithful God has been in her life until this point and forevermore. Sarah Craig, graduating with honors. Sarah plans on going to university for nursing to eventually become a physical therapist. Peyton Kramer, graduating with honors. Peyton plans to get a Bachelor of Arts degree in Law, Justice, and Society, and then attend Dalhousie University for law school. Peyton would like to thank her family for their continuous support through her 12 years of school and her future university career. Hunter DeRolds. Hunter plans to be an auto mechanic for the upcoming years. He would like to thank his mom and dad for pushing him to succeed. Carly DeZotel, graduating with honors. Carly plans to pursue a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology at Red Deer Polytechnic, where she will also compete on the Kings and Queens rodeo team. Carly is very grateful to many people in her life.
Elias Dolhan. Elias plans to work towards becoming a police officer and serving his community. He's really grateful to his parents for guiding him and always supporting him along his path. He wouldn't be where he is today without their help and encouragement. Emerson Dole. Emerson is going to SAIT to get his film and video production diploma. He is thankful to his family and friends for supporting his journey. He would also like to thank Mr. Stovka, Mr. Kang, Miss Christie, Miss Pandy, Miss Siemens, Miss Market, and Miss Priolo for his experience at Horseshoe Crossing. Phoenix Doyle, graduating with honors. Phoenix will be attending the U of A next year to pursue a bachelor's of nursing. She is considering continuing her studies in the future with the goal of entering medical school. Ashley Dunlop, graduating with honors. Ashley plans on traveling during the summer before attending the University of British Columbia for a Bachelor's of Health and Exercise Sciences. Ryder Dirksen, graduating with honors. Ryder plans to get her kinesiology degree at Madison Hack College. Her goal is to eventually become a physiotherapist. Ryder is very grateful for all the support from her family and friends throughout her high school years. Georgia Gagnon, graduating with honors. Georgia would like to thank her family for always believing in her. She plans to attend Mount Royal University to study psychology and pursue her dream of becoming a pediatric psychologist. Cade Geck. Cade is looking forward to taking some college classes and starting a job after graduation. He's most looking forward to spending his summer kneeboarding and being on the boat at the lake. Cade has loved his time at Horseshoe Crossing. He will miss all of his teachers so much and he'll miss his daily chats with Miss Fraser. Mackenzie Gerlitz, graduating with honors. Mackenzie is going to Bow Valley College for early childhood education before traveling the world, and she would like to thank her family for getting her through high school. Abby Gosling, graduating with honors. Abby will be attending UBCO. She is pursuing a master's in management and a bachelor's of health and exercise science and hopes to become a physiotherapist and travel the world. Ryan Graham, graduating with honorable mention. Ryan plans on getting his diploma in precision agriculture, then his bachelor's of applied science in agribusiness at Olds College of Agriculture. He would
Portia Grake, graduating with honors. Portia plans to pursue Division I rugby at Queen's University while studying science. She hopes to go on to become a physiotherapist supporting athletes around the world. Michael Haig, graduating with honorable mention. Michael plans to pursue a future in business while exploring opportunities in the trades. He would like to thank his family and friends for always supporting him and will never forget the great memories from high school. Alex Hammond. Alex thanks his family and friends for their support and is excited to begin his next chapter traveling Canada in a mobile home. Lucas Hammond. Lucas is attending SAIT to become a heavy equipment technician. Lucas would like to thank his parents and his friends for supporting him on his journey throughout school. Bria Hayward. Bria plans to attend Mount Royal University and then travel the world. She would like to thank her family and friends for their support. Camden Henderson, graduating with honorable mention. Camden is headed to SAIT to pursue civil engineering. Camden thanks all the friends and parents for making his journey so special. Caden Herman. Caden would like to thank his girlfriend, Brooklyn, who has supported him throughout high school. He'd also like to thank his mom. He couldn't have asked for a better support system. Emmett James. Emmett thanks his parents for the support over the last 12 years of his schooling. Emmett's future plan is to take a year break to work in heavy-duty mechanics and plan to go to SAIT once he's ready. Carson Jerome, graduating with honors. Carson is taking a gap year to pursue hockey and then will attend university for a degree in engineering or finance. Samantha Yasenowitz, graduating with honors. Sam plans on attending the University of Alberta to pursue a degree in business. She would like to thank everyone who helped her through high school.
Stanley Jesso. Stanley is planning to attend SAIT next year for HVAC. Olivia Kfish, graduating with honorable mention. Olivia plans to take a gap year to travel with her friends and gain valuable work experience, all while exploring future pathways in a field dedicated to helping others. She extends her heartfelt thanks to her family, friends, and classmates for the many memorable years. Aiden Kelly. Aiden plans to attend Southern Alberta Institute of Technology and become a journeyman auto body technician. Avery Carrick, graduating with honors. Avery has been selected for an exclusive opportunity to continue her studies in Japan. There, she will train in advanced global esthetician techniques and refine her craft through internationally recognized beauty practices. Liam Kitely, graduating with honors. Liam will be attending the University of Regina to pursue a degree in education with the hopes of becoming a school teacher. Madison Klemke, graduating with honors. Madison plans to take a post-secondary degree in early elementary education and become a kindergarten teacher. Faith Kolonowski, graduating with honors. Faith is moving to downtown Vancouver, where she will continue her passion for filmmaking, studying production at Vancouver Film School. Will Koala. Will plans to be a professional water polo player and plans to swim around the world. Will then wants to camp in the Sahara Desert and ride camels. Cassandra Lanyon, graduating with honors. Cassandra is attending the university in the fall to pursue a Bachelor's of Education degree in elementary education. She has enjoyed her time at Horseshoe Crossing, and she's excited for what is ahead in her future. Cole LaFlock, graduating with honors. Cole plans to pursue a civil engineering diploma at SAIT before beginning a global career in project management with Jacobs. He attends sincere thanks to his family and friends for their support throughout his schooling and career planning.
Wenny Lee, graduating with honors. Wenny is attending the University of Calgary in September, and she would like to thank those around her for making school an enjoyable experience. Nevaeh Matthews, graduating with honorable mention. Nevaeh has plans to go into the medical field and to make a difference in people's lives. She would like to thank her family for their endless support and love. Mila McDonough, graduating with honors. Mila will be continuing her education at the University of Alberta, studying paleontology and achieving her Bachelor of Science. She would like to give a special thanks to all those who supported her in her education journey, especially her big sister, Capri. Kingsley McHattie. Kingsley has plans on becoming an electrician. She would like to thank her parents for their love and support. Emily McKinnon, graduating with honors. Emily sincerely thanks her family, friends, and teachers for their meaningful impact on her life. She plans to pursue a Bachelor's of Science at U of A. Ty McKinstry, graduating with honorable mention. Ty plans to earn a history degree at St. Mary's University with the goal of becoming a social studies teacher. He extends his thanks to his parents for their support throughout his schooling and looks forward to what the future holds. Charlie Mercer, graduating with honors. Charlie would like to thank her friends and family for supporting her throughout the years. She will always remember the time spent laughing with her friends. Zarin Moreau, graduating with honors. Zarin plans on acquiring an engineering degree at the University of Victoria. Zarin thanks his parents and teachers for supporting him throughout school and extracurricular activities. He also hopes to continue his sailing. Annalise Mizek, graduating with honorable mention. Annalise thanks her family and friends for always being there for her. Annalise's future plans include attending the University of Lethbridge to become a teacher. Bella Mizek, graduating with honorable mention. Bella plans on working in the summer and then working towards becoming a farrier in the fall. She is thankful for the friends who have come and gone throughout her years of school and the lessons they have taught her, as well as the teachers and family that have helped her along the way.
Jaden Nguyen, graduating with honorable mention. Jaden plans to study finance at SAIT with the possibility of transferring to another school in the future. Jaden would like to thank his family and friends for their support, as well as his teachers for helping him along the way. Nex Audenhoff, graduating with honorable mention. Nex is planning on building his portfolio and becoming a tattoo artist. Nex would like to thank his family for being his biggest supporter throughout the years. Ashton Peters. Ashton plans to attend SAIT to become a millwright and would like to thank everyone who helped along the way. Alex Portalans. Alex will be going to post-secondary to understand what he wants to do with his future. Sophia Portalans, graduating with honorable mention. Sophia plans to study kinesiology, and she thanks her family and friends for all their support. Peyton Prout, graduating with honorable mention. Peyton plans on attending SAIT next year for civil engineering. Ava Raposo. Ava plans on making bank this upcoming year and thanks her friends and family for making these last 12 years something to remember. James Recaro, graduating with honorable mention. James is headed to SAIT to study electrical engineering with the goal of becoming a professional engineer. He wants to thank his parents for always pushing him to succeed and his friends for all the great times over the last 4 years. Michael Roberts, graduating with honors. Michael plans to go to the University of Alberta for biological sciences.
Jaden Robinson, graduating with honorable mention. Jaden is attending SAIT for his first year in heavy-duty mechanics before continuing to further his career in the industry. McKenna Rodrigue, graduating with honors. McKenna will pursue a degree in immunology and infection at U of A with a future goal of medical school. She thanks her family and friends for endless support and love. Mason Royer, graduating with honorable mention. Mason is thankful for his parents for pushing him to succeed. Caleb Severson. Caleb is going to university next year and would like to thank his family, friends, and everyone who helped him along the way. Calissa Stewart, graduating with honors. Calissa will be attending St. Mary's University.
Alex Shepard.
Oh, so sorry. Alex Shepard. Alex plans to go to SAIT to get his heavy-duty mechanics degree. All right, here we go. Calissa Stewart, graduating with honors. Calissa will be attending St. Mary's University for a bachelor's degree in psychology and an after degree in education. She would like to thank her family, friends, and teachers for their support along the way. Morgan Tanner, graduating with honorable mention. Morgan is going to Bryant and Stratton College in Virginia Beach to take business and play baseball. Damian Tulk. Damian is interested in becoming a heavy-duty mechanic because he enjoys working with his hands and figuring out how things work. It is a career where he would be working on big trucks and equipment, which he's always been into. He likes the idea of solving problems and keeping things running properly. Carson Turner, graduating with honors. Carson plans to go to SAIT to become a Red Seal heavy-duty mechanic after high school. Carson is going to work for a year and then head off to trade school. Carson thanks his family for always pushing him and supporting him through his high school journey and years in school. He would also like to thank his teachers who have helped him with his learning and skills. Bryce Twite. Bryce is going to flight school to become a commercial pilot. He would like to thank his parents and teachers. His most memorable moment is his grade 12 year.
Connor Vandenberg. Connor looks forward to something special in his future. Andrew Wabick. Andrew would like to thank Horseshoe Crossing for being the best school ever and Miss Pandy for being the best teacher. Emma Wasylenchuk, graduating with honors. Emma plans to go to the University of Lethbridge for a Bachelor of Science in Kinesiology, then pursue a career in sports medicine. Emma would like to thank her friends and family for all their support. Anna Whitmore. Anna will be moving to Vancouver to continue her dance career. She will be attending Le Mans Dance post-secondary contemporary program. She will also be getting her ADAPT certification for teaching. She would love to thank her family and everyone that inspired her. John Winchester. John plans to take a gap year, then pursue a career in finances. John wants to thank his friends and family for supporting him. Kaylee Winkler, graduating with honors. Kaylee plans to travel to Japan this summer before attending the University of Calgary to pursue a degree in biochemistry. She would like to thank her parents for always encouraging her to do her best throughout the years, as well as her friends for making every moment memorable. Ethan Wood. Ethan is going into game development. He is currently an electrician and hoping to fall back on that if game development doesn't work out. Genuinely, he would like to thank everyone who's been there, and a shout out to Miss Cumberland for being the GOAT. Jacob Woody. Jacob is planning on going into game development. Rowan Wright. Rowan plans to live each day with purpose and intention, embracing every moment as if it was his last ride. Madison Young. Maddie is planning on becoming a social worker, earning her master's degree and making a positive change in the world. She would also like to thank her parents and friends for all their love and support they have shown her throughout the years.
I'll go into that right now. On behalf of Horseshoe Crossing High School, we would like to express our sincere appreciation for your support and contributions not only to our graduating students, but to our entire school community. We also like to acknowledge several teams of people who worked tirelessly to support the Horseshoe Crossing High School graduating class of 2026. To our office team of Miss Jen Fraser and Miss Shannon Hagel, thank you for your hours of background organizational work. Many of the little details would not have been accomplished without you. To our student grad committee, you are an amazing group who worked together to make this year's graduation a memorable one. So thank you. To the amazing staff at Horseshoe Crossing High School and all of our former teachers who joined us on this special occasion, thank you for helping us to reach the finish line. To the Teacher Grad Committee, we would like to invite you to the stage because we have prepared some bouquets to show our appreciation for all the hard work and dedication you have put into this event. I now invite Miss Markin, Miss Christie, Miss O'Neill, Miss Hoffman, Miss Priolo, Miss Pandy, Miss Siemens, and Miss Cumberland to the stage. And finally, to all the families who came to support the graduates today, thank you for your guidance, perseverance, and patience and love. Congratulations to the graduating class of 2026.
Before we conclude this evening's ceremony, we would like to share a brief explanation of the recessional. Following the cap toss, graduates will be asked to gather their caps and remain standing. Staff members will then be positioned at the end of each row to provide each graduate with an orange carnation. Together, the class of 2026 will take one final walk in honor and remembrance of their classmate, teammate, and friend, Taya Arnold. Graduates will exit the gym and place their carnations on a memorial bench located in the common area this evening. The permanent memorial bench will be installed outside at a later date. This commemorative walk will mark the conclusion of this evening's ceremony. We thank everyone for helping us honor Taya's memory with the care, respect, and spirit of community that she inspired in those around her. Mr. Fenton, could you please come up to officially conclude the graduation ceremonies, and could everyone else please remain seated until the graduates have left the gymnasium?
Is anyone else a little warm? We'd be really cooking if there wasn't AC in here, but it's not putting out as much as we'd hoped. For those of you that wondered what was being handed to me as hands were being shaken, it was little ducks, because I was told it was their last duck to give. So I guess the benefit of that is I have a whole lot of ducks to give for the rest of the year for them. So I'd like to just say, let's give these guys one more round of applause and congratulations. And at this time, I'd invite the grads to stand. And if you'd like, those that are sitting in the fallout area, you might want to protect your eyes. You can toss your caps. Congratulations, grads. And now they can retrieve them, and they will do the recessional here shortly. While they're retrieving them, the gym will remain open, that you can get pictures taken after this is fully concluded, and we will be hanging around for a little while longer. So congratulations again. They will get started with the recessional here once they have their caps back on their heads.